Oh, look who has joined the program, the popular Rich Eisen of the Rich Eisen Show and NFL Network. Hi, Rich.
DP, I was driving to work. I heard your story about taking your kids to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And what were the names of the guys that she took pictures of? Who was this? Was this Georgia who took the pictures?
No, this was Grace. But it was like, Jim and Tommy. And she just took pictures of two drunk Patriots fans at the game.
Well, the first Super Bowl we took our kids to was, believe it or not, Patriots and Seahawks. And the fact that the thing that they remember most about it were the Patriots fans around them as well, Dan, because they were just chit-chatting with their own Jimmys and Toms and Mikes the entire game.
Yeah.
And Katy Perry comes out at halftime, and I'm sitting in the stands as well. It was the first Super Bowl I ever did not work the post-game show, so it was the first one I actually sat in the stands for myself because I normally would have to be getting ready to do a post-game. But at any rate, so Katy Perry's coming out, and she does her halftime, and my son, Zan, is dressed in a Tom Brady jersey, and he's just dancing his head off. And then halftime ends, and a Patriot fan looks at me, and he just waves me over to him, and I'm like, okay, what are we going to talk about here? And he just leans over, he goes, your son is one hell of a dancer. Just like and they were just all like best friends the rest of the game. And it was one of those things as well where you said that the game that you took them to was so memorable and exciting.
Yeah.
I will tell them, like, you had a front row seat. We were right there in the mezzanine, right on the goal line when Malcolm Butler picked off Russell Wilson. They don't remember it. They're literally talking about Katy Perry to this day. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, what resonates with them, and I dropped them off at the Super Bowl, and I had to host SportsCenter that night, and then they came back. But just to get my daughter's film developed, and all it was these two guys. I said, Grace, what are you doing? She goes, oh, Dad, I just took pictures, and then they both passed out. Like I think they got tired, and
it's like the final credits to The Hangover, right? Like you get the camera back, you don't know what's in it,
yeah.
And then you take a look at it. But I guess a question I have for you as well, because you mentioned the first Super Bowl was New England versus Carolina. That was NFL Network's first Super Bowl. I was in the building as well. That was also the wardrobe malfunction halftime. Did you ever have a conversation with your kids about that one?
They had no idea where their seats were, Rich. They couldn't see it. They weren't sure if there was a football game going on, but
wow.
Yeah, they after the fact, because my wife goes, did they see what happened with Janet? I go, no. I said, hon, no, they did not. Hey, before I let you go,
yes, sir.
The Julio Jones situation.
Yes, sir.
Where?
Oh,
because it
man.
feels like it's not if, but when. But how about where?
I don't know. New England sounds the right spot to me because they can absorb it immediately. They could truly use him. They're talking about it. And it would make a ton of sense, an absolute ton of sense. But then, the report, I think it was from Diana Rossini of ESPN, that they already have a one in their back pocket. That does not sound like New England to me. Although New England is the only team Atlanta could say to when they say, we'll just give you two. They're like, well, that's what we got from Mohamed Sanu from you.
Yeah, that's true. That's
let's realize what we're talking about here, right? So that makes sense. The Titans would make a ton of sense too. Because I just don't see them trading him within their conference. Green Bay is the one that makes the most sense to me, Dan. It really does. It fixes everything, and I know this sounds like a fantasy football trade, but telling Atlanta you were looking for, the successor to Matt Ryan, well, we've got him, and you can take a look at him yourself. He looks great in practice, but his presence is kind of, pissing off our MVP quarterback. And we'll give you him and a 2, and you give us Julio Jones, and then you look at Aaron Rodgers and you say, okay, you wanted to stay here and you wanted the best possible team as a window of opportunity. How about the best wide receiver tandem in football, maybe this entire 21st century? How does that sound? Let's go.
Yeah.
and we've already put Aaron Jones on the credit card, and you got Big Bob Tonyan, and let's go. It kind of makes an insane amount of sense, which means it probably won't happen in a million years.
Just want to let you know that
Yes, sir.
we're on the air. Just want to let you know. I should have told you that up front that we were on the air.
Man, I was going to say I'm out of NFL Network, but now that I know I'm on the air, I'll just keep that to myself.
All right. Thank you, Rich. Great to hear
you
from
don't
you.
like that joke, Dan?
Yeah,
Dan,
yeah.
I can tell when you disapprove.
Oh, no, you paid it off. I didn't want to try to challenge it. I'd let it breathe. I should let you look. You should. I should let. That's just my fault. I should let you put the button on the conversation. Yes.
It's your show. I'm the guest. My bad, Dan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you put a bow on it, but look, I know humor, Rich. Okay? I mean,
yeah. I'll leave it to you, Dan.
Like, how many Sandler movies have you been in, Rich?
I've been in a couple of CSI Miamis, Dan. So, I've got that going.
There's nothing funny about CSI Miami.
Oh, I disagree, sir. You and I will have to have a conversation at another date. But, all right, Dan.
All right. That's Rich Eisen, who joins us on the program on loan from the NFL Network and the Rich Eisen Show that follows this one on Peacock.